In 5, 4, action. Oh, wait, I forgot to hit a button. Now we're action. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm SM Sith Lord. This is the Somnium bi-weekly stream. It's the build stream. Sometimes it's building an easy mode builder with like primitives and stuff that comes with Somnium. Sometimes it's doing harder mode stuff, like I'll probably be doing today in the Somnium Web Worlds SDK, where it's not so much building with primitives unless you consider detailed objects as primitives. So each week I build stuff on this 2-hour stream. Last week I put that house into a web world. I actually assigned it to a parcel, but I'm just going to go into test mode here to show what it's like in test mode. Because right now, is my mic on? Yes. Right now I am figuring what I'm going to be doing today. So I can go in here and I can add artwork to these images, to these places. I think that I'm going to start a new web world today, or maybe go back and work on the Halloween web world. And here's why. Maybe start a new one. This world that I'm in is highly optimized for mobile. There's not even real-time lighting happening. You see, I'm not casting a shadow because the shadows are baked into the house. That's real good. That makes it run well on phones. It's mobile friendly. Today, I kind of want to make something that's kind of flashy and good looking. I do have a web world that I started last Monday that I could jump into. So for this one, I'm probably just going to come in and put images in there and keep it web friendly or mobile friendly. But for today, let's take a look at this other Halloween one that perhaps I'll get into. So here's what this one looks like in the editor. But I'm going to go to my other web world. Was it Halloween theme? Ready to start web world. It might have been this one. So I made, I think, 3 Halloween themed web worlds recently. This is the one I wanted. This one is, I made this one super rapidly. So I think that coming back here, doing some tweaks to it, and then deploying it to GitHub pages to assign to a Somnium Space parcel might be a cool thing to do today. Let me jump into chat here also. Okay. Hello, everybody in live stream land. Oh, cool. I have my avatar hidden in this one. Okay, this looks pretty neat. But it could be better, and that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm like, how could this be better? Let me unhide the test character here so it doesn't look so weird. Maybe I will start something new today. I did Halloween Web Worlds, like 3 of them already. Well, actually it was 2.5, because the other one I still need to finish. But I just want to take a look at Sketchfab, and I want to make something spacey, I think. What do we have for downloadable space stations? How about the moon? Do we want to go to the moon today? Maybe. Wow. About some photogrammetry. Wow. This is pretty amazing, but I don't know. Walking around this as an avatar, it might be a little restrictive. Let's see what else we got. Ooh. High poly. How many triangles is this? It's only 3,000 triangles? Will this... Well, that is not exactly... Okay, I'm burning up too much time here. I gotta make a decision. Am I gonna start something new that's based in space? Or am I gonna go finish one of the Halloween Worlds decisions? This looks so cool to me. Okay, I might do something with this specifically. Let's see here. I like the whole display room aspect of it because I could put a really cool model in there, right there on the center. What would the model be that I put there? I don't know. This is actually a free model. I can try it out. Let's see here. It's kind of high poly. Yeah, too high poly. I don't know why this looks so weird. Let's see here. This thing is awesome. Okay. I am going to jump into the augment world that I was making and finish it up, put it on a parcel. That's the plan. That's a cool one because that one other people can use on theirs also. That one was Halloween theme, and I'll explain what this is. Thank you everybody for going with that brief journey with me, figuring out what to build this wonderful Monday. So this one here, excuse me, the last one that I was just visited inside the editor here was it was optimized towards mobile. This one is not. This one is a world it's a augment world that spawns around your parcel. This is cool because anybody can use it. I need to complete this circle by putting, or the surroundings by putting some content over here and some lights, and then in the center is whatever your parcel build is, and you get an instant Halloween theme on your parcel. And the cool thing is it's in a non-destructive way in that you don't even have to update your parcel itself. You just put this web world on it, and you have Halloween theme instantly. Okay, cool. Another thing I'm doing here is kind of like doing a benchmark with model batching. This is a highly optimized, fairly optimized world. Even though it has so many objects, it's because it's using the same models over and over again, and they're batch rendered. So let's continue this and figure out what goes here. Fun. We have a giant mushroom over there. I got a pumpkin patch over there. A giant dude over there. Over here. Over here. Well, let's work on some of the entrance to over there. Need some lights over here. What kind of lights? We need some colored lights. Maybe this will be the woods. We have the pumpkin patch, and this is the woods. Meet me in the darkest, creepiest part of the woods. They're on the left. Because they spawn over here, so that'd be the left. This is awesome. Let's get some more woods in there. Tallow, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. You know, I should get like a tent. This should be, oh wow, the Friday the 13th style campground creepy woods. Yeah, I might have to jump back onto Sketchfab and grab a couple more assets to make this the campgrounds. Yeah. Let's do that right now. Teepee. That one looks good. This one even looks pretty good. I do want super low poly. This one. This one might be the winner. It's a little weird looking, but perhaps not as weird looking as the low poly. Ooh, this one might be the best. 35,000 triangles. Really? Ooh, yeah, really. Okay. How about you? 276 triangles. We have a winner. I have to import the DAE and export it as an FBX. Drat. That's okay. I really want to get this tint in there because it's going to be setting the mood of this stuff. We'll extract it to tint real quick. The other thing that I wanted to grab was either an RV or a campfire. Let me put campfire. It does have a lot of triangles. Let's see how crazy it looks. I think that's acceptable. It could be more optimized, but I'm only going to have one of these in there. Let's grab it. DAE. Okay. I'm going to convert these to... Oops, don't do extract all. I'm going to convert these two models in a moment to FBX. FBX is the format that the Somnium Web Worlds SDK accepts the best when you drop it into the Play Canvas editor. Extract here. Okay, back to the Halloween world where the forest is beginning to take shape. We need some more strong, crazy lights in here for sure. But we need a tint. And look, the creepy woods can go all the way back here. This is a pretty cool area. Don't want to get too nuts. I want it to still run well, but it's running pretty well. The tint, I'll start loading up 3ds Max here. I'm actually just going to be building in the SDK right now, so I don't need to have that one open. Let's get some more trees along the edge there while I wait for my 3D program to open. Get a couple trees with leaves. This thing looks tiny, but hey, let's just export it and see how it works. Export as an FBX. Right to the desktop as campfire. 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 So I drag and dropped the FBX from my local file system into the Asset Explorer here. It uploaded all kinds of stuff. I didn't properly pack the textures into this thing when I converted it just now. However, I can just rebuild the texture. There's only one texture it looks like here, the default material. I'm going to drag and drop the template type of asset that it created into the scene. Got a tint. It's not textured though, but we're getting there. Let's make this texture work. To do that, oops, I have to upload the textures, which are not campfire, camping tint textures. They are JPEGs. They could be optimized more. 1024 JPEGs. Let's size these down. 512 JPGs. Normally, or always, you should be real careful about sizing down normal maps. You can't just size them down and save them as JPG. Normally. I'm actually going to do that though, because I have so much stuff in this scene, I'm afraid of it taking a long time to load. We got roughness. Okay, now let's upload these JPGs and assign them to this material. Cool, there it is. We don't need that specular. Am I even using the AO? We might not need the AO either. I am using the AO. I can't tell though, so I'm getting rid of the AO too. This is just a tint in the corner. We want as few channels on it as possible. The normal map is definitely visible on there, regardless of it being saved as a JPG. So let's spin this thing around, and that's our camp tint. Wonderful. We're getting a little spooky here, a little bit. We're working on it. How about like a plateau or something for this thing to sit on? Oh, that's too large. So I have to put some smaller rocks around it. Okay, the woods are brewing. Refresh there so the tint and the house, or not the house, the tint can appear. Hope you all like my skeleton face. I think I used this face last week. Now I'll be honest with you, I got scarier faces. I just don't want to scare y'all. So Skeleton Man, it's like I'm one of the Karate Kid villains. Ain't that scary? But as we get closer to Halloween, I can't make any promises about not using scarier faces. Or even changing to them in the middle of a broadcast. Okay, awesome. We got tints. This is a nice little scene here. I like the shadows being casted. Very nice. I kind of want to add the fire and more of the intense lighting is what I need. Intense colored lighting. It's not realistic, this intense colored lighting, but it sets a sort of mood that might be good. Let's just get some more trees in here and see how it turns. We need a rock over here to block that little section off. We'll catch up on the chat here, Blake. Why 3ds Max instead of Blender? There's the short answer and there's the long answer. The short answer is it's because I'm already trained on 3ds Max. I was trained on 3ds Max in high school. It's 2022, even though somehow 3ds Max is version 2023. So this app has been around for a really long time and it hasn't changed too much over those decades. I went to high school in the late 90s? What? Yeah, I graduated in 2000s. In the 202, class 202, baby. But that was a hell of a long time ago and when you look at the technology time span. That was like 20 years ago. But that same app has been around that whole time. And I was already trained in it. So it does like the same stuff as Blender. You really don't need usually to do both, although I do have both installed because sometimes you do need to use both. But I actually prefer 3ds Max for several reasons beyond just being already trained on it. However, of course, Blender is not without its merits, and that's why I need to have both of them installed. What's amazing about Blender, now there's other things like Cinema 4D and Maya and these other like industry standard programs. But what Blender, the weird free app, has over all these guys is kind of related to it being free. Blender is immensely popular, and because it's so popular, so many people use it, and they all write plugins for it. And the plugins in Blender are nuts. Now there's really good plugins in Cinema 4D and 3ds Max and Maya and stuff like that too, but they're not free. The Blender plugins aren't free either often, but there's just so many people, so many more people using Blender because Blender itself is free that there's just way more plugins for Blender. Everything you can imagine, that's a Blender plugin. Blender plugins are awesome. Sometimes I just watch people using different Blender plugins on Twitter, even though I don't really intend on using the technology that I see them doing. I just like looking at all these super useful little scripts that people write. And what enables that, and what enables that huge community that Blender has, is being free and being so widespread because of that. Wow, you can actually get from the pumpkin patch to the forest. I should leave that in. Good, I could leave that in. I want to make this cliff face seem more decorated though. And I probably need a light back here because I can't even see what I'm doing. More detail on the other side. Want trees to be a little crooked in this area so you walk under them. all of the objects that I'm instancing, they're in render batches. Now, I might be overloading my render batches a little bit too much, and it might be causing them to break into sub-batches. That is done automatically, though. Probably not as optimal as it would be if I manually set up multiple render batches, but when you have such a huge area like I have, then you throw everything into one render batch, it's not the best, because usually the person doesn't have to render the whole thing, unless they're like standing in the corner looking over there. But there's actually some rules in Play Canvas where the Somnium Space Worlds SDK goes, and that automatically break up your batches if they're over a certain amount of objects or over a certain amount of distance. And I think that I would fall into maybe both of those categories, but it's got to be the second category. This is a huge place. Hey. Okay, that's looking nice and rich. Need a few more details over here before I call this side done. And after I call the forest done, enough for now. I can always update it later and just re-upload it. On that note, though, so let's say that I finish this today and I upload it and I assign it to my parcel. And my friends assign it to their parcels too, to give you like the Halloween theme. I can update this next week, re-upload the changes, and my changes not only will take effect on my own parcel that I apply this to, but any of my friends' parcels that they applied it to would see the newest changes as well. So you could have things like Halloween countdowns, or worlds around people's parcels that just, you never know what it's going to be the next time you visit the parcel, because it's like independently updated, like modular updated. So the world around the parcels could be updated without the person even changing your parcel. The cool thing about that, when you think of somebody else's parcel, you don't know if they're going to update their parcel between the last time you visited anyways, so it's always like, you don't know what you're going to see. However, when you do it modular like this, where if like one of my friends puts this on their parcel, you can visit your own parcel and be surprised. Normally you can't be surprised on your own parcel, but when it's modular like this and somebody else, like I would be updating it on my friend's parcel, but not really in the parcel. I'm getting confusing again, but in result, people can be surprised going to their own parcel. That's cool. Let me put some more bushes in here and some more pumpkins, and maybe scatter some pumpkins along there, and then this woods section should be good. I don't think I need any fences in this area because it is pretty clear where you're meant to stand. Now, a lot of this stuff is non-collide. You can walk in the bushes, you can walk through the tents. I might make the tents collidable, but I don't think that it's too extremely important that everything have super solid collisions, because we're not like climbing up on the trees and shooting each other and swinging from ropes and stuff like that. So as long as you visually can tell where you're supposed to go and where you're not supposed to go, it's a pretty good experience. Mushrooms, bushes, let's do it. Dog barking at the mailman. My dog is really barking at the mailman. Okay, looking pretty good. I want to decorate the floor a little bit more. Right over here. Put one of those big old pumpkins over here too. Yeah. Right here. Yeah. That's more like it. Now we're Halloween time. Okay, so the woods didn't turn out so spooky, but the creepy, they're still okay on the creepy. More bushes and mushrooms over here, please. Okay. I think that we're good here. And I can finish the pumpkin patch. And still have like 30 minutes to pack and publish this thing. I wanted to publish to GitHub pages today, so I need to allocate a bit of extra time to do that because I have to set up a repo, and instead of just using like my website that I already have set up to upload to, I gotta set up uploading there just so to demonstrate. It might not go so smoothly today, but I'll do the same thing on Friday if it doesn't go so smoothly, because I want to at least have like a good VOD that shows the process. There are tutorials about how to set up GitHub pages also that some people link to in the Discord. I think Ultralord linked to one of those, which is awesome. Those work as well. I'll try to go through the steps live on stream also. Yeah, we can get one more giant pumpkin. That's acceptable. Okay. Let's take one more stroll through the forest here. Not bad. It's definitely something. This was an empty area before. This ain't empty anymore. Take one more stroll. Okay, we need some decoration here on the outside. And then the pumpkin patch. Might start with the pumpkin patch. Oh man, it's a good crop this year. I need to make them all not the same size and continue it a little bit over here. Yeah, let's make some of them big and some of them tiny. use some forestry stuff happening over here. And probably a row of trees in the back. Didn't hurt us. I kind of want to fence this off. Yeah, let's fence that off. Let's put this fence to work. Gonna go for a slow stroll around here and just checking out stuff in these other areas. Things looking good, good. It's running really, really well. Now, this is just the world. It's gonna be combined with what's on the parcel. So it's good that it's running really well right now because there's gonna be more stuff running when I put it on the parcel. That guy's cool, man. Okay, let's work on the outside area here. Wow, that looks cool. Ooh, these trees are amazing. I should make another world that's just the trees. The forest of the high detail trees. Cause dang. Okay, cool, we have stuff. There was another area over here I wanted to work on. Of course, the pumpkin patch. The pumpkin patch is not done yet. Let's add some stuff here. Cool. Okay. Think we're about ready to publish this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh one last time before I move into the packing and publishing part, which is probably going to involve me creating a new repo on GitHub and everything. I might watch that other video to instruct me on how to do it. Okay, everything's real good here. Wonderful. Let's look at this packing and publishing. A couple notes about the Somnium Web World SDK and how you choose between a holistic and an augment world. What's the difference between a holistic and an augment world? Well, a holistic world is one that kind of whisks users away to a completely fully immersive world whenever they visit your parcel in a web browser. So a holistic world, when somebody visits your parcel in a web browser, they see a completely immersive thing that has nothing to do really with your actual parcel build. That's a holistic world. An augment world is going the other direction than that, where when somebody goes to your parcel in their web browser, they see what you have on your parcel, your regular parcel build, but then also it's augmented with the other thing around it. So it kind of spawns the augment web world right on top of your parcel if you do an augment world. That's what this is. This is an augment world, so if you can imagine the parcel in the middle being whatever your building is, and this stuff being spawned on top of it and around it, that's what we're going for. Now you choose between an augment or a holistic world by clicking on the web world prefab item in your hierarchy. This is the most important item in your hierarchy for your web world template. Down here, you choose world type between holistic and augment. I'm already sent on augment. That's good. If you wanted to restrict your parcel to only work on your parcel or you and your friend's parcel, you can just say how many parcels you want it to work on here. I got 3 parcels I want it to work on. I want it to work on this one and 271 and 2256 made up parcel numbers, but then you can specify them like that, and then when you export this and you upload it, only those parcels will be allowed to use your web world. If any other parcels try to use it, it'll just kind of error out and load their regular parcel without the word. Okay, augment, good. I'm ready to publish this thing. Well, I'm actually going to download it. So I'm going to go and click download. And I don't need to check those 2 boxes, but I do anyways out of habit. And I need to download my file. This file, I'm trying to guess what this file size will be. I'm going to guess 35 megabytes. It was 38.7. Dang, I was close. 38.7, I guessed 35. Not bad. Okay, now I need a place to upload the files in that zip before I can assign it to my web world. So let's go and set up the GitHub pages. Get pages. Okay, I'm going to post this link into the Twitch chat here to get it over to my other computer. What's up? That's me. Now I can grab that over here. And watch it as I follow along and do the same kind of thing here. Let me skip ahead. Yeah, I already did all that part. Here we go, create repo. So they go and they create a repo. They spend a lot of time naming it. Then they click create repo with a public repo. And then they upload stuff to it. Okay, let's see if we can follow along. GitHub.com. Oops, that's not it. Ugh, am I gonna remember my sign-in? Cool. Now I'm gonna say recent repos, new, repo name, get pages example. There we go. That's good enough for me. Get pages example. Description. Testing out get pages hosting. It's a public one. Yada yada yada. Create repo. Cool. Now that the repo is created, there's another step at the end of this, I bet. Let's see. He goes and he uploads everything, and then he goes to get pages. Settings. Okay, so next up, I'm going to use an app called GitHub Desktop to upload my files. If you have your own web space, you'll probably be using something like an FTP program to upload, but I am going to be using this. I need to get my repo in here. So I'll copy that and I'll say, hey, file, clone repo, did it work? It might have, it may have, okay. Now, that repo lives over here in my GitHub examples. There it is. So I need to move the zip here to here, and I got to unzip the files here. You need to upload your files unzipped. So after I do that, is it just going to automatically be hosted? We'll find out. Okay, those are all the things. Cool. We're going to say initial commit. We're going to commit it to the main. This is a bit more complex than using FTP, actually. However, you don't have to have your own web space to do it this way. Publish branch. This tutorial video, Play Canvas tutorial building a game and self-hosting on GitHub pages. You can watch this tutorial to see what they use to upload. They use a command line program. I use the GUI. I think it's easier. Okay, so after this finishes uploading, it's not even killing my internet to do it. Awesome. Kind of wish it was killing my internet. Why does it take so long? Upload faster. When it's done with that, what is my next steps? I go to settings on my repo. And I go down to GitHub pages, and his says that it was already published. Really? Well, when I go down to pages, it has nothing about pages. I click on pages. GitHub pages is designed to host your personal organization or project pages in GitHub repo, build deployment, select source from branch. Over here, the branches get disabled. Okay, select a source below to enable GitHub pages for this repo. All right, I probably do have to wait until it's done uploading. Okay, it's done uploading. Let's refresh this page just in case. and see what this dropdown has. Main. There we go. Save. Awesome. This might be it. Custom domain. No, we don't have a custom domain. Where's our URL? Require your site. Written required for your site because you're using the domain. Cool. You want HTTPS forced. Here, it just gave me it. It was smsithler.github.io. Not quite. Where do I get my URL? Get pages example. No, that's not it. Here we go. Come on, work. Is it gonna work? It looks like it might not. A step here. Okay, custom domain, branch. Oh, that looks pretty straightforward. Hey, okay, now what? No Jekyll. And then it's supposed to work. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's do that. No Jekyll. What happens if we do that? Fun. We go to code. Add file, create new file. Commit new file. And then it worked. Okay, so let's make sure that we named that correct. .NOJEKY. I believe that's LL. Haha, that was it. Cool. Okay. So, after you do that step the first time, it should be easier for you because you no longer, you're familiar with it. You have the pages set up, you know your URL. It's kind of like web space. And somebody in this video comment said you can just drag and drop files to upload them. So you might not even need to use GitHub pages like I did. Maybe you could just drag and drop into GitHub's website these days. But it's hosting this at its own URL, which is great. However, it's still in test mode because I'm still this default dummy guy walking around. I can't control the camera. All the Somnium Space features aren't there yet. It's still in test mode. So, final step is to assign this to a parcel. Let's get it done. Somniumspace.com/ okay, the parcel that I want to assign it to, it's already assigned to it. Let me check. I tweeted it out recently. Yeah, 1761. Oops, not somniumspace.com. somniumspace.com/parcel/1761. I'm also going to share this URL exclusively with y'all in the chat because it would be too hard to include it in the tweet also. But you guys can assign this. Let me make sure. Yeah, you should be able to. Let me see. Let me test it here, and then I'll finish that thought. Okay, so this is the old version. Okay, let's get the new version on there. I need to log in first. And we're going to go to parcel settings. So up here, I'm going to put this new GitHub URL, which is great because GitHub is going to handle higher traffic volume than my personal site would. And let's click Save and Reload and test this out. Just want to make sure that it's going to load correctly, or if we need to configure some additional things. Well, look at that. It loads correctly without configuring additional things. So anybody could assign that to their parcel. Let me make it nighttime so it's at least a little more spooky. And after you do add it, you have the spooky world combined with your parcel build. Oh, cool. You can still click on the floating stars to travel too. Awesome. Okay, this is ready to go. It's ready to visit. I'm going to drop the link into the Somnium Space chat here and in Twitch there, and I'll also put it in the other one. Give me a moment to figure out where I'm clicking on. Here we are in the actual thing. Awesome. Let me post this into the YouTube chat. Now this URL I'm posting here, the SM Sith Lord one, you can assign that to your own parcel right now or whenever. And it will always download the newest version of whatever this world is from the GitHub repo and assign it to your parcel, and it will load it into your parcel. So if I change this approaching Halloween to have some witches flying around or any changes at all, you will see the changes on your parcel. That's the point. It's modular. Cool. Okay. That worked out super well. Very happy that the GitHub Pages process. I'm going to try that again next at the end of the week on Friday, because if I could drag and drop to upload, that's going to eliminate a lot of steps. It actually would be pretty easy then if I could drag and drop. So I'll test that out, see if I can drag and drop, and if I can, I'll come back and do the same steps next week or at the end of the week without needing to use the GitHub desktop client, because that was probably the hardest part of this whole workflow. And awesome! Git Pages are pretty good. This is my first time ever using them. Pretty good. All right. I already tweeted out screenshots of this world mostly, so I'll probably just take some screenshots over here to post of the new areas, and then I'm going to be describing this whole thing with GitHub Pages, because that's really not something that's going to translate well in pictures, and I'm just I'll figure out a tweet. I don't want to get too technical in tweets because there's a lot of people reading the tweets that they're watching the world being made, but they're not interested in making their own worlds. So I don't want to give them like too TMI about GitHub pages, but I will mention it. I gotta take some screenshots of this new stuff and keep an eye out for that tweet. And I will see y'all on Friday. Also, feel free to put that URL on your parcels to check it out and see what your parcel would look like as an augment Halloween world. And I'll see you on Friday to work on something different, I think, because it works. It's ready to go. The ones that aren't finished, I'll probably jump into, like that art gallery or the other Halloween one that is kind of directionless right now. That'll be coming up next week. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. You can catch me here on Monday morning and Friday mornings, 9 a.m. to about 11 a.m. 2-hour build stream both of those days. There's other things that happen on this channel. I'm building mostly in the easy mode builder and in the Somnium Web Worlds SDK, the Play Canvas editor. You can see people building in the Unity SDK, the Somnium World, like the VR Worlds SDK, on the weekends at some point. I think either Saturday or Sunday, but it's like a 3 or 4 hour stream because it's more involved to use the Unity SDK. So if you're into building stuff, be sure to click that follow button and check out Nevero's hard mode Unity SDK stream. And I'll see y'all later. Peace. Happy Halloween. Faces are going to get scarier approaching Halloween. I'm telling you, you're warned. Later.